Hello, welcome to Follow Everton. It's half time. Everton currently trailing 3-0 at Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And I just thought I'd come on and give you my halftime reaction because I can't believe what I'm watching. I mean, we've set up in a way to try and impress at Spurs, but we're not all going as a group. We're not all going as a team. And what we're doing there is we're leaving huge spaces for Spurs to just come straight through the midfield and onto the back four. And they're just not a back four that are capable of playing together. I've seen the same defenders play together for Everton for years. Michael Keane and Mason Holgate as a centre-back pairing doesn't work. Holgate, he's an arrogant centre-half. Putting it lightly, you know what I'm trying to say. He's arrogant. He's positionally all over the place. Michael Keane is a confidence player with zero confidence. You know, he was not good in 2018. He wasn't good in 2019. He's not good enough now. And playing John Joe Kenny, who's finished at right back, we sent him out on loan to Celtic and Schalke, and he come back and they couldn't sign him, or they didn't want to sign him. Playing him at left back, it's unbelievable, and any surprise that it's not working. A back four that can't defend. And you've got a midfield that aren't offering any protection whatsoever. And all what Spurs are doing, letting Everton's defenders have the ball, letting them play through from the back, letting them move the ball into midfield, knowing they've got everyone behind the ball and there's no pass for us. And then they'll wait for us to make the mistake. And there you go. In transition, bang, bang, bang. Pacey players, Harry Kane, straight from their defense or their midfield, from wherever they recover the ball, straight at us. And we're always chasing our own goal, running back towards our own goal. And it's bound to, we're going to concede more goals in the second half. We've spent 500 million on these players and we've had 6, 7, 8 managers or something ridiculous, including caretakers. But the problem is, and I say it clearly, they're all good at different things, but they don't work. They don't gel. The first goal, I mean, I will talk about this after the game, and I'm hoping, there'll be a spanner in the works, but the first goal, Michael Keane's body position is all wrong. Seamus Coleman has to try and tackle to win the ball, got to try and stop the cross. It's just Michael Keane again. He's the third own goal this season he's conceded, all through the transition and not picking up the right players. Anthony Gordon and Coleman don't know who to pick up. It's another Michael Keane own goal. The second goal, again, disjointed, players coming across because someone else isn't doing their job. You've got Mason Holgate, who really needs to hold his position. He rushes out, leaving Harry Kane, or I can't even remember who it was now, but leaves the Spurs player free with acres of space because he's diving out of position. He needs to hold his position there, because what we did was make it so easy for them to just keep passing, keep shuffling the ball across, keep shuffling it until they created a shooting opportunity. And Pickford, it's gone under his legs or his arms or whatever, but it's gone under him, and he's got to do so much better. But 2-0, you're thinking an own goal, preventable. The second goal, yes, an absolute mess defensively, but the goalkeeper should save it. And then your third goal, Michael Keane is being fouled. He stops playing. I mean, you play to the whistle. Everyone knows that, whether he's being fouled or not, but he stops playing. And then you've got all of us trying to run back into defense, and Harry Kane is through on goal because John Joe Kenny is stood like a lemon on the left-hand side of the defense, kind of playing everyone on, just stood ball watching. I don't even know what he was doing. He was doing nothing. He wasn't offering anything. But it's a foul on Michael Keane. Yeah, we don't get it. I'm not saying there wasn't a huge element of luck in that first half. The first goal, own goal. The second goal, Pickford should save it. The third goal, he's borderline offside. He's on, but it's very tight. And Michael Keane is fouled just before that, and the ref should have been ruled out. But the performance was absolutely embarrassing defensively. It was like watching Sam Allardyce's Everton from 5 years ago all over again, and Lampard is making the exact same mistakes that previous managers did. Marco Silva, Sam Allardyce, Ronald Koeman, who thought they could trust the same back four with John Joe Kenny, Coleman, Keane, and Holgate. Trusting these players again who were making these errors and mistakes under previous managers in the same way, by being extremely naive and expecting them to be able to defend high up the pitch. They can't. our lack of speed in defence has been completely exposed. The midfield isn't offering any protection whatsoever. And Calvert-Lewin's having an absolute stinker. His touch is dreadful. He's not holding the ball up. Richarlison's stuck out wide. The only player for us that looks like he's got any sort of thing about him at the moment is Anthony Gordon, with a little bit of speed. And it looks like he's got the better of Emerson, but really there's no end product whatsoever coming from anywhere on the pitch. You've got two fullbacks who are not offering anything. And you've got a midfield. Allen looks slow. Doucouré looks completely off it. Van der Beek's been anonymous. And Michael Keane's being hung out to dry. So there you go. That's what I think. A huge element of luck with the goals, but it hasn't been good enough. It's a championship defence. If they go down, they deserve to go down because they are that bad. I think we're 25 games into the season now, and we're still putting out performances like this. We've got the worst home record in the league. We've got the worst the worst away record in the league and the worst away record in our history. And I think this could be arguably the worst season for Everton in Premier League era in terms of points. I mean, where does it lie? Because it's embarrassing. I've got no doubt that game will finish 4 or 5-0 to Spurs. I just don't see us coming back because Spurs were very, very clever, allowing the defence to bring the ball out from the back, allowing Everton to Michael Keane and Holgate, who were terrible with the distribution, to try and create something and just waiting for them to get crowded out or make a mistake and then pounce. And it's going to happen again because we'll push and push for the equaliser. Terrible. Loads of comments here. Everyone's just as pissed off as me. Dave Weston, Holgate is a fraud, never a footballer. Will saying the club is absolutely washed. Completely agree. Mark saying he's turned off. I don't blame you. Ollie is saying the back four, the midfield is dead. They're not helping the back four for sure. Bob saying, worrying this from Everton, the defense is championship standard. It is. Nathan saying, stop trying to play football. We can't play football. We can't play football. Away from home, we have to just play tight football. I don't know why this camera's not focusing, by the way. We have to keep it tight and try and play a little bit more on the counter-attack because this isn't working and this just leaves us completely exposed. Sophie saying, like Carragher said, it's championship level. It is. Damien Hagan is saying, what's going on with Keane again? He's 3 own goals this season. And the Man City one as well, where he's just, he's ball watching. He's shite. I mean, you don't normally see me this animated and angry, but I'm sure he's a really lovely guy, but please just put him out of his misery. We must have some kid who's been coached and actually has a bit of a will to try and do something. You can't have a confidence player at centre half. You've got to have you've got to have the most mental steel in that position. And we don't have it. Obviously, I'm going to go in a minute because the second half. Chris is saying we're shy. I don't want to say this, but we're club in trouble. I'd be surprised if we stay up. Gerard Allardyce wouldn't have conceded 3.5 first half. He did at Spurs. I think we lost 5-0 at Spurs and Arsenal. Chris, I can't see us surviving the drop. We didn't look good against Boreham Wood, did we? That's probably our true level. Just got home. What's going on? Everton are 3-0 down. And feel sorry for the away fans, of course, yeah, who've put a major slap in. Right, I'll be back on at full time. I'm hoping Everton can restore something from this game. But honest to God, this is as bad as I've seen in terms of the intentions were probably there to play good football, but brain dead. And we made it so easy for Spurs. I'll see you in 45 minutes. Ta.